Hello, good evening, everyone. Is it audible? Good evening, everyone. Is it audible? Sorry, actually, this session got delayed due to this YouTube technical issues, not from my side. Okay. Okay, let me share the link. I'll start the lecture just after 1 minute. Okay. Let me share the link with others. Okay, that's working fair. Just 1 minute, please, Anna. As it is an important session, so let others to join also. Although you people can ask your doubt, it will be more or less one dimensional. I'll be talking much over here, right? Okay, fair. Let's start. Chal. So, yes, there are some keywords written over that because just to make this session very effective, I tried to minimize the time taken for the session. Persons who didn't attend the lecture one, they are suggested to attend that lecture. It is of just 1 hour. Shundaram, good evening. To have the clarity that how this GS paper 4 can be summarized or can be prepared effectively. So today we have the tutorial for the lecture 1. Okay, is that visible? Fair. So what I'm gonna do today is I will tell you how to write some answer in the GS paper 4. Okay. So while writing answer, what are those things which are to be remembered here? So let's do the mindset making for that. The step 1 is demand of question. Okay, dear students, you see, and over the Quora, I have received a lot many queries and written over that. Persons say ki sir, I am writing much, but I'm not getting marks in that proportion. What is the reason behind that? Good evening, Shivu. You know the what is the reason? I suggest you simple thing. You just write one answer, and I'm saying this is for UPSC mains for okay, like coming this 23. I suggest you one thing. You just write one full length paper, or you just write 5 questions answer. Okay? After 2 days, read those answers. You yourself will be surprised कि you have written some unnecessary content. You didn't address exactly what is asked in the question. So today's tutorial will be talking much about how to address demand of question. Okay? Step 2 for us is keywords in the question. What happens in case of 150 words answer in that section A? Alia, good evening, bache. So in case of GS4, that 150 word answer in the section A, more or less the keywords in the question helps you in writing at least 90% of the answer. Okay? So we have to address, we have to rectify all keywords in a question. Step 3. Here I will say introduction. When you introduce something, try to open the question. And what does it mean actually? It simply means whatever keywords are there, try to open those keywords in this GS paper 4 for the introduction. ठीक है? To open those keywords, you can take help of some legends thought, okay, or some quote, or well known or proven statement. ठीक है? These are some things which you can do, and these things do not require extra preparation from your side. In all GS papers, either the history or the economics or the environment or the polity and governance, you people done a lot. So that will work while writing such introductions. Fair. When you write the body of the answer, here I would like to tell you one smarter way. What is that smarter way? ठीक है? Keywords from class notes or the PDF which I have provided you to download, link in the description. ठीक है? Please prepare a chart. ठीक है? Whenever you are trying to put your arguments for any answer, what should, please ध्यान से सुनना, इस पूरे लेक्चर का the only important part is this: whenever you are trying to put some argument or logic in your answer, all the keywords from your ethics should blink in front of you. How this is to be done? Just for a prototype, what I have done is I have written some keywords here. No explanation here, only keywords. Okay? So as you are going to write your mains on this 23, what you have to do, you just prepare and practice those keywords while putting your arguments. Abhi, after this, I will take some example to make you learn how to use this chart. Okay, so just on one A4 size paper, please write down all keywords which you have studied in this paper. So let's say in the lecture 1, when I categorized these things, what I told you, basic definitions for each word like belief, norms, principle, values, ethics. So when you come on ethics, abhi dekhega, I'm not looking over that, but what is happening, those things are blinking in front of my eyes. Okay, so when you talk about ethics, right, so what are the determinant of ethics? Obviously in India, not in India, over the globe, God and religion, culture, society, personal ambitions, personal thoughts, like laws, okay, conventions, code of conducts. So all these are determinant of ethics. What are the dimensions of ethics? Ethics can be universal, some set of principle, that is meta ethics, some standard or norms, that is normative ethics. Applied ethics means over the ground, how the things will be working, practical situation, how you will be handling. For that, you take help of principles of applied ethics. So what are the dimensions of ethics? Meta ethics, normative ethics, and applied ethics. Right? Now, ethics in private relationship, ethics in public relationship. When you talk about ethics in private relationship, you talk about loyalty, you talk about affection, you talk about responsiveness, responsibilities. When you talk about ethics in public relationships, okay, so what are keywords in front of you? Keywords are integrity, selflessness, dignity, empathy, sympathy, this leadership quality, responsibility, like all these keywords, like OECD keywords are this. Okay, ethics in public relations, you can have these keywords. You can have a chart for defox: dignity, empathy, prudence, honesty, openness, goodness, selflessness, right? So whenever you are writing something about related with ethics, if these keywords are blinking in front of your eyes, believe me, you need nothing more than this to write a very good answer. Similarly, probity in governance, you have these keywords. Okay? So yes, I am saying you, I am telling you to do the rattamar. What the rattamar? In the lecture one I told you, categorization of each keyword, having at least one line for each keyword. If any question comes based on that keyword, these relations or these related keywords should blink in front of your eyes. These keywords will give you further opportunity to think of. Is that clear? So whenever you are writing the body, please do remember that you have a chart for putting the logics. You are recalling your chart, and then you are expressing your ideas based on these keywords. In this way, I am pretty sure you can get 110 plus. I am not like saying you will get 140, because I myself didn't get, so I will not claim that. Yes, 110 plus can be found with this logics, that I'm pretty sure. Chaliye, when you write conclusion, so what we are today doing, we are addressing how to write good answers in GS4, right? So when you are writing the conclusion, again your keyword, okay, plus some vision or dream by nation or some legend, okay, means whenever you are concluding your statement, you should be visionary, okay. You should show your leadership quality here, ठीक है. Negative, positive or balanced conclusion, this is all ridiculous. Everything will be coming from here. Whatever you have, please listen this statement clearly. Whatever you have written in the body of the answer, that must be concluded here. What I found in many answers, people what they do, they write some fancy conclusion no matter what they were trying to prove inside the body. So when you are going to write this means, please remember my these points. If you are remembering, and you are suggested to listen these 10 minutes lecture once more, if you want to get good marks, and if you don't want to regret ki sir why I am scoring very low marks in GS even though I am writing much content. The reason is this: these silly mistakes. You are not addressing demand of question. You are not addressing all keywords of the question properly. You are not explaining your answer based on some standard thought process. You are not using keywords in your GS4 with those as looking like GS4 answer. Okay, you are not concluding your arguments in the conclusion but writing some fancy conclusion, then you will get less marks. Otherwise, if you are doing this, you will get very good marks, believe me. Till here, any doubt? Anyone? Otherwise, after this I am gonna take a prototype. Okay, I will take a question, will tell you how to use these fundamentals. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll take one question from here. Anyone? Any doubt? No? Chale. Just I'll open some statements in the questions. Let's see. Although the PDF for these answers, which I'm gonna tell you now, those are attached over the Google Drive, so you can download that PDF. Okay, chale, let's have a question. Again, I will say, in the first question I will take proper time so that PDF link is not working. अच्छा, ठीक है, अभी मैं इसके बाद में वापस से एडिट कर दूंगा. ओके शिवू, टिल देन यू कैन आस्क ओवर माय व्हाट्सएप नंबर. चले, लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल. व्हाट दे डिड, दे आस्क, फटाफट देखेंगे. व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड why values and ethics? Okay, in what way is it important to be ethical while being professionally competent? चले, अभी देखें. Let's do the mindset making for this. Again, I will say, if you follow these words for just 1-2 examples, believe me, this session is gonna help you much. ठीक है, this means, चलिए. So when I ask this question, what is the demand of question? सबसे पहला काम, tell me. Demand of question has two parts. Number first, you are supposed to write the definition of values. You are supposed to write the definition of ethics. Clear? In the other part, what they asked, they ask comparing ethics and professional competence. Right? देखिए, what mistakes you do in the exam. While reading this answer, many aspirant may think, देखना, wrong interpretation is what? Ethics, मतलब they will try to prove, okay? Trying to prove ethics is more important than professional competence. ठीक है, that is completely a wrong interpretation of this question. Okay, I may be wrong, but as far my understanding says, this is not so. The question asks, in what way is it important to be ethical while being professional competent? So what is the right way? Right way is maintaining professional competence. How ethics can help, right? So this is the right way to interpret the demand of the question, and this is the wrong way. Now you yourself can realize in what way you were thinking. Fair? Chale, let's move now to write the answer. ठीक? This is the just mindset making I have done for you. Okay, now let's write answer for it. आंसर में सबसे पहला काम देखिएगा, प्लीज डोंट स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दीज हेडिंग्स. ओके, क्या करेंगे? डोंट स्टार्ट like values, ethics, ठीक है, and so on. No, it should not be. What you have to do, at least you have to write a line, thoda sha you have to present yourself as a decent. देखिएगा, in private and public relationships or tasks, we need some values and want to be ethical, as ethical as possible. So let's understand these two. Okay, now you will write values क्या हैं and what is ethics, just in 2 lines, not more than that. So what I told you, पहले तो be precise. In the lecture 1, what I told you, you have to remember, you have to feel the definition of each keyword. So values, what are priorities, right? I'm not writing full answer, I'm just telling you how to think and how to write. Ethics, it is what? Principles, ठीक है, moreover universal principles, right, to decide right or wrong. You know, if in the exam hall you are in hurry, you are running short of time, if you are writing these keywords like this, you will be getting marks for that, you will be awarded for sure. But if you have time, so don't ignore, don't be in hurry. So when you write values, those are priorities of an individual to society, society to nation, nation to globe. ठीक है? For example, I told you in the lecture 1, values के बारे में, values may be negative or positive, but as far as the public like philosophy is concerned, values are always positive. ठीक है? For example, for a public servant, integrity and objectivity are two core values. Like this, you can write. Ethics. When you write ethics, you write the definition, and definition mein one line, what I remember always, this is science of morality. That's it. Believe me, if you write this line, you are done. It's more than enough. Chale. So this is the introduction part. Now when I move to the body part, ठीक, अभी देखेगा. What are the keywords? Professional competence and ethics, right? Now, dear student, no need to read the corporate culture or something very big. Yeah, professional competence means what? You are very effective in doing your task, right? You are result oriented. You are taking care of all rules and norms. ध्यान से सुनना, I'm not writing, but please listen. Rules and regulations. You are not betraying or disobeying any rules or regulations. But when you talk about ethics, it is above laws, it is above regulations, right? So while being professional competence, if you have the ethical behavior, what you can do, देखिएगा, removing in conflict of interest. Just an example, when you are professionally competent, it may happen you don't care about, let's say you are an engineer and your team or your good friend is very good engineer as well, who can solve, or he is a very good person who can solve some particular issue. You hired him because you are the authority. This may create the conflict of interest in public service. But here there is no professional competency in, well, like it is not disobeyed. So you are professionally competent, you are trying to solve the problem by hook or crook. But when at the same time, when you are in public services, you have to be ethical, because it gives you to help in removing the conflict of interest. It helps you in remaining integral, being calm, being composed in every situation. So what keywords I am using here? These. अभी समझ में आ रहा है? I am not taking much time here to write the body of the answer, because all keywords are blinking in front of my eyes. Because this chart I have practiced 4 to 5 times while writing my answers. Is that clear? So I am pretty sure while you are having these keywords, you can compare as well as you can portray a positive notation for these two keywords in your body of the answer. Are you getting my point, everyone? Say yes or no. Are you getting कि body of the answer लिखने में how these keywords will help you? Now, when you go for the conclusion, अभी देखिएगा what some like new aspirant freshers, what they do, they just write कि we should follow the ethics rules to be good, something like that. अरे भाई, it is not so. You conclusion means you have to conclude whatever you have said here. ध्यान रख लेना इस चीज को. So no matter how catchy statements you are writing in the conclusion cannot fetch good marks until unless you don't summarize yourself, you don't conclude yourself whatever logics you have presented beforehand. So if I want to conclude myself here, I would like to write that yes, values and ethics goes in parallel while being professional competent, because if we are ethical and professionally competent, then we can resolve an issue with more flexibility and with optimum results. That is the conclusion. Because the more or less my essence of the body is, I am not saying professional competency is not good. I am trying to say professional competency and ethical behavior, if both are combined, I will get the tremendous result. Now in extra you can add कि if I want to see the developed India in 2050, 2020 में तो हो नहीं पाया, then I have to inculcate. Sir, can you little bit elaborate with any example how these values help while maintaining professional competence? Yes, Alia Jadi. That is what I am saying. I didn't write the body of the answer. I am saying कि if you pick these keywords, chalo Alia. Suppose that you pick the objectivity, right? When you are ethical in nature, you follow the objectivity and subjectivity both. So what is the objectivity? Objectivity means whatever rules and regulations are there, I will just follow, no left right. Subjectivity means I will see the conditions, I will see the person or the topic in my personal limits as well, and I will try to go beyond rules and regulations if that is in the good for that source, that objective. So while being professional competent, okay, you may follow the objectivity, but if you are ethical and you follow the objectivity with subjectivity, then results may be very good. But if any lack is there, any lagna is there, then this may result wrongly too. For example, if you go in the subjectivity, again it may give rise to corruption or something like conflict of interest. Alia Zedi. So what we need to do? I am just giving you brief direction how to think in the body of the answer without reading bulky books. Alia, did you get my point? So why I said writing all those keywords? Did you get the reason? You know what is the point I would like to tell you here? Many of us got it. Okay, okay, Alia, fair. Why we waste our time? The reason of this lecture series is this only. I am just saving your life, okay? Your life's precious hours. Means, okay, if I read professional competency and ethical behavior in good books, I will get very good content, no issue. But that is of no use. You hardly can increase zero point 0.5 marks by putting 3 months effort in one thing. And this is not a good decision. Okay, so in this lecture I am trying to say, whatever weapons you have, how to fight, how to be in the war with those weapons, and even to get the win, to win the war. Clear? So that is what I am trying to in this lecture. I'm just sharing my experiences. So please take the screenshot of this board, everyone. No need to write, just take the screenshot. Okay, Abhi, I will take one more example and let's see how we like how we'll be thinking over that too. Okay, I will give you 1 minute to think also. Just wait a minute, please. Again, I am saying whatever the PDF is being shared to you, I am just trying to tell you how to follow that PDF. Okay. Baki, all the answers on an average, I have my done the mindset making in that PDF. Chal, let's see. सो डोंट थिंक कि डिजिटल बोर्ड होता तो क्वेश्चन अच्छे से दिखता. जब तक मैं क्वेश्चन लिख रहा हूं, यू जस्ट थिंक अबाउट द थिंग्स. ओके, चलिए. अगेन अ PYQ. ओके, द क्वेश्चन इज, some people feel that values keep changing, okay, with the time and situation, right? While others strongly believe that there are certain universal and eternal मतलब शाश्वत, right? Eternal values give your perception in this regard with justification. चले, so this is the question for you guys. सर कैमरा थोड़ा दाहिनी साइड की से. अच्छा, अभी कौन सा कीवर्ड नहीं दिख रहा है आप मुझे बोल दो, क्योंकि कैमरा थोड़ा सा भी डिस्टर्ब करूंगा फिर मुझे बहुत टाइम लगेगा उसमें. प्लीज थिंक अबाउट द क्वेश्चन. चलिए, so without wasting much time, because you people have to write the mains. Now for this answer, I will not be taking much time. Now things are easy to do, okay? Because the lecture one, if you attend, you will get everything there, right? Today, this is just tutorial. Chaliye. So, number first point, what we try to get? Demand of question. I am repeating it again and again, emphasizing over. If you are not addressing the demand of question, no matter how fancy words you are writing, you are gonna get less marks. ध्यान से सुन लीजिए, मतलब मैं मतलब हद से ज्यादा बार आपको बोल रहा हूं कि दिस मिस्टेक यू शुड नॉट रिपीट. ठीक है. डिमांड ऑफ क्वेश्चन, don't take much time when you read the question. Demand of the exam question comes into mind, okay? So demand of the question is ki there are some, like you can say, situational values. There are some universal or eternal values, right? They want my perception over these two, right? They want my perception over these two. Okay, now we start writing perception. You will get less marks. Why? Please underline with proper justification, right? With proper justification. So just shallow statements are not going to give you good marks. Is that clear or not? Chaliye. So this is the demand of question. Let's write the answer. ठीक. Wrong interpretation क्या हो सकता है? Comparing between two and showing only eternal values are required. ठीक है. Many of you will do it. If you write the answer, you'll surely get it. Okay. How can justify? अभी आ रहे हैं, उसी पर आ रहे हैं शिबू. चले. So this is the wrong way. What is the right way? Right way is both are required. ठीक है. What? Situational and eternal. ठीक. Now start your intro. ठीक. So how you will be starting? You can start with any quote if you remember while reading these values. But suppose that you don't able to recall any quote, you just open the question. Since what I said, definition of each keyword. So values. Since values are priority of an individual, right? Clear? When these goes to society and then at nation level, those are reframed or made with more ethical in nature. For example, ऐसे आप लिखेंगे. For example, इकोनॉमिक वैल्यूज. ठीक है. इकोनॉमिक वैल्यूज, ध्यान से सुनिएगा, आई विल नॉट राइट. इकोनॉमिक वैल्यूज may look like just thinking about personal benefit over any issue, over any task. But if you think this in deep, you will get a nation in this competent world cannot develop if it is not an economic power. Clear? So economic values may look like individual or in negative connotation if you think it in narrow sense, but it gives or it leads to some social or some eternal value for the development of a nation or its public. Right? Chale. Whereas some values like humanity, okay, natural justice, happiness, integrity, objectivity, ठीक है, being moral in all situations, all these are very much universal in nature. No matter you are on the Mars, you are in the USA, you are in the India, you cannot say कि I will not focus on humanity. Can you say it? No. But when you talk about humanity, then you can think कि, for example, refugee crisis. On the humanitarian ground, we should allow everyone to everywhere. But is it so? No. So humanity is a value which is irrespective of the condition. But situational values take care of the condition. Is that clear or not? But both goes in parallel. Is that clear? So when I took Shibu, when I took the example of refugee crisis, that is the proper justification of my statement. Is that clear? Are you getting my point? So the thing is, so in the same manner you can think of with those keywords, like what are those personal values or situational? Suppose that bravery. So bravery in a war against crime, it is required everywhere, right? So bravery in a war against one ethnic group to increase the level of your group, it is not a value, it is not a universal value, it is not accepted at all. Is it clear or not, Shabko? So the thing is, when I am trying to convey the message here in writing the body of the answer, if your these keywords are blinking in front of you, these keywords will hint you how what to write next, how to think next, how to relate two things. Did you get the point, everyone? Please make it clear. And while writing the conclusion, again I will reiterate, don't write a fancy conclusion. You just conclude your points, your observations, your findings here. Okay? So what you can say? Situational values are required to grow for growth of an individual, but a nation or a globe is nothing without an individual. So if those values are tilted towards the universal values, we can have a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That's it. Harmonized world. Is the message is clear to you all? So while writing all these answers, we must take care what to write, from where to get the idea you will learn from those keywords in your syllabus. So is this answer good? Fair everyone? आलिया जैदी यश गुड. चलिए, तो अभी क्या करेंगे? यश क्लियर, फेयर शिवू. व्हाट आई हैव डन इज, एक्चुअली अभी ऑप्शनल वाला लेक्चर भी लेना है. आई हैव टू टेक द लेक्चर. जस्ट कुछ क्वेश्चंस मैंने और अच्छे फ्रेम किए थे आपके लिए. वॉइस ऑफ कंसेंस, ठीक है. क्राइसिस ऑफ कंसेंस, व्हाट इज द टाइम? टाइम हो रहा है ऑप्शनल वाला, ठीक है. What you people are suggested, one PDF I have attached on the Google Drive. Some people said link is not working. Just after the lecture, I will edit that description. So in that, I have provided the PDF in which I have tried to write answers from the year 2013 to 2022 by explaining in the same manner. Okay, bachcho? So if you are going through that PDF, please try to get what I want to convey from that. And persons who didn't attend the lecture 1, they are suggested to attend the lecture 1, because lecture 1 and this tutorial 1 will show you the path to get 110 plus 110 plus in this mains itself. Okay, for this GS paper 4. Okay, bachcho. So what you have to do, go through that PDF. Do let me know you need more mind making for all those PYQs from 2013 to 2022. तो मैं क्या करूंगा, I will do the mind mapping for all questions from 2013 to 2022 and will share the PDF with you. And if you think ki, sir, I want another tutorial over those, I will again come, because another tutorial will be based on case studies as well. So the next tutorial will be the final for this GS4 mindset making mains. Okay, after this we will go for essay. Okay, so please don't forget to write your views. Do let me know what you wish to next. Okay, but don't forget to download that PDF, because I have put lot of efforts over that. Is that clear to you all? So let's finish the session. Alia, Shibu, Shundram, everyone. Praka. Okay. Chale. Any doubt from you guys? Is that clear or not? चले. Okay. तो ठीक है, अभी we will meet just after 2-3 minutes for the optional lecture. Okay. अभी I finish it. Okay. Good night. अभी we will meet for optional mathematics. Okay. Okay, Shibu.